I sit filled with gratitude, a sense of peace, of a deep connection to place, and an optimistic hope things will be better. Trying to ignore my growing anxiety, I focus on the reflection and the inspiration it holds for me. I hope that, like this reflection, my anxiety will be temporary. Alone, I travel the rainbow road, hopeful that I may find a way of setting aside the barriers of monetized time and the layers of mismatched vulnerability and duress associated with it. Please read the first line. I am guessing you found it challenging to understand what the first line read. This is the best way my limited language has of me explaining my challenges with comprehension and related executive functionality. When I add in the privileged vulnerability dimension of monetized time, that is presumed consent for me showing up, my anxiety hits me hard, replacing the sense of calm I carefully nurtured within myself with one of pain and repeated trauma. Some tell me this could be a form of moral injury. Realizing bridging this gap has historically never been part of the plan, I feel my sensory self becoming overwhelmed with no means of escape. Left partly frozen in a state of fear, I barely manage a cursory check-in before flopping into the nearest chair, where I freeze up. Crying, frozen in time, I fear the lack of mutually reciprocal trust. I fear the privilege which depends upon its absence. Lost in a state of vulnerability, I don't hear my name being called, dreaming of a state of being where dignity of collective risk means I co-lead my healthcare. I am startled by a soft, damp nudge on my cheek. I stop crying, comforted with the hope that one day my environment will equitably care for all of us through mutual reciprocity. Even when my environment overwhelms my ability to process sensory information and my related struggles with executive dysfunction in such states of existence, I dream of actively consenting to receive the care that too often leaves me in such a state, even if legally I could not make the initial choice, as a third party thought they knew my care best, or that my needs for supported choice-making were incompatible with the law of the land. I am grateful to those who have come before me, whose actions encourage me to keep nurturing my dream of relational autonomous collectivism.